Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing, and today we have something very intriguing and special, and something that I've actually been interested in reviewing in a very long time. But thankfully, Ultrahuman has sent me their smart ring. Yeah, so instead of a smart watch, it is a smart ring, and this is the direct competitor with the Aura ring. But the big upside about this one is that this does not have a monthly subscription fee. So I do want to say that Ultrahuman reached out to me. They wanted me to review their product, but I'm not getting paid. So anything that you hear out of this unboxing and first impression are my views and strictly my views only. So let's get straight into this. So this is the box. Of course, a ring is quite small, but the box is pretty gigantic. Reminiscent of almost like an Apple box. But let's get this thing opened up right away. So, yep. Almost like an Apple product. So set that to the side. Okay, inside we got a few pamphlets, Ultrahuman, Hello Cyborg. I'm assuming these are probably setup guides. Yep, so just getting started, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure we can figure that out later. Set that to the side as well. In here, open this up, and that seems to be the ring right there. So let's get this out of the way. We'll look at that a little bit later, but let's see what else is in here. Looks like we have a few stickers. Interesting. More stickers. And lastly, I believe this might be the cable for the charger, if I'm not mistaken. Let's pull this out. Yep. And it is a USB-C, so great to know. And to be honest with you, the cable quality seems to be really cool. It's a braided cable, so I have a feeling this will probably last a long time. So, putting that to the side, put that there. So, like I said, this is a charging block, and this is a ring. And this thing does not weigh anything. I think it weighs about 3 grams if I'm not mistaken, but it's a brushed metal, the black finish that I decided to choose. Now, before you actually order the ring, you get a sizing kit. So I am a size 10, and you can either wear it on your index finger or your middle finger. I prefer to wear it on my non-dominant hand just because I don't want to, be hitting this thing anywhere. So, but I'm not sure if you can see the inside, but here you can see that the chip is located on the inside of this ring. So it is indeed a smart ring. So very simple. This goes on. And when you do get it, it should be snug but easy to take off. And for some reason, my index finger is thicker than my middle finger. But yeah, so that is the ring itself. Now, initially, when I started using this, I've been using this for about, I would say, 5 days now. You do have to charge this. You charge this every 5 days. Once you charge it, you'll get an indicator light. It's blinking purple, and once it's done charging, it'll blink white, and you're ready to go. So the whole purpose of this ring is to monitor your daily activities. So your heart rate, it will check your body temperature as well to make sure everything is within the appropriate range. But the major reason why I've wanted to try this product out is to see how well I'm doing with my sleep schedule. The issue with the Apple Watch is it's bulky, and I don't like wearing it going to sleep. It hurts my wrists. Sometimes I like to put my hand under the pillow. I'm all over the place. A ring is a little less invasive, and I find that this is probably a better way of tracking everything. So now that we got the unboxing out of the way, I'll show you how it looks like in the app. So once you get your ring on your hand, you want to grab that pamphlet book, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to download the app. It's an Android and iOS based app, so pretty much any operating system on your phone should work. And you want to make sure that before you even set the ring up, that you're done charging it. And I mentioned it prior that the LED will blink a certain light, a white, once it's done. Once it's fully charged, then you're ready to go. In my experience, the ring actually came charged with 75% battery, but I'm guessing that that's not always the case. And this thing did ship all the way from India to North America, so it made quite a journey. So when it's not actually being used, it's very, very power efficient. So once that's done, you want to open up your phone and then start using the app. So this is what your app should look like once everything is set up. Now this is the home page, and everything is always displayed based on the date. So as you can see at the top, it says today, but you can also go and scroll between other days and it'll tell you how you did that day. But let's just focus on today. Now at the top, you'll see your movement score. In my opinion, I believe that the movement on the watch is not as accurate as a pedometer on an Apple Watch. However, it is within around 500 steps at the end of a day. Mainly so is because I can be sitting at my desk, moving my hand, and it's going to register it as a movement. Where with an Apple Watch, the algorithm is a little more optimized where you actually have to move your arms in order for the pedometer to kick in. Also, the craziest one is, and the most fun, is this stress rhythm. It'll let me know if I'm stimulated, stressed, or relaxed. Now that's based on your heart rate, your caffeine consumption, temperature, etc. But for the most part, it's been telling me that I've been stressed this entire past week. I did just have a major move, so that's probably it. But I do find that interesting. Before we go any further, Ultrahuman does recommend wearing this ring for at least 15 days for it to recognize patterns and to calibrate. So you're not going to get the best report immediately. You will have to use this for a prolonged period of time in order to understand what your body is actually going through. Moving further on, and the most interesting is the sleep. Now, last night I had a fairly decent sleep, 6 hours and 27 minutes, but there's been days where I've had sleep of just an hour and 20 or 2 hours. So if you actually go into the sleep here, it'll actually tell you how the efficiency of your sleep is, and it'll tell you exactly at what time you went to bed and when you were in your REM, your light and deep sleep. So if you have certain targets, you're an athlete, you're on a diet, and you obviously understand that sleep is a very integral portion of, reaching your goals, this is a good way of finding out if you're actually getting that sleep that you need. Sometimes you might sleep for 8 hours, but you wake up groggy, and it'll tell you when exactly you were in each stage of sleep. So this is super duper interesting. And like I said, if I go back a couple of days, let's say if I go to Thursday here and I go to sleep, as you can see, 2 hours and 40 minutes of actual sleep time, which is absolutely horrible. Thankfully, I am improving, but it's a work in progress. Other things, it does show you this really cool stimulant permissible window. So it'll tell you exactly when you should and shouldn't be taking any stimulants such as caffeine or any energy drinks, because it'll tell you based on your historical patterns when you're stimulated, and it goes back to that chart. Now, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that this is integrated with the Apple Health. And if you're using an app like MyFitnessPal or anything that tracks calories, and you input specific stimulants, I believe this has access to that and it'll let you know exactly when not to consume. So it tells me right here that after 3:50 p.m., I should not be consuming caffeine, and I have a threshold as well. Very, very, very cool. Another thing is, tells you your light and activity, your natural impact of light, which is nice. Also, it has workout and breath work, and breath work will affect your heart rate. So I have a tendency to have a high resting heart rate, which I'm working on, but thankfully it's been coming down. Obviously, it's a little elevated because I'm excited to be making this video, but that's another thing. Other than that, this is a very, very, very detailed app, and I like it because it's a free app. There's no monthly subscription fees, and it tells you everything that you need to know without any ads. Now, this is my Ring battery. I charged just a couple of days ago and it's still at 41%. And so far, it's been working great. And there are some beta programs that Ultrahuman is working on. I haven't tried these. Like I said, I'm not at the 15-day. I want to get this calibrated first, and then I'll try all this stuff out. You can also establish zones for you. So just like an Apple Watch, do you want to meet your activity ring, your stand-up ring, all that stuff? You can set goals within here. And of course, it does have other videos and whatnot to show you how to improve or how to do workouts, etc., etc. So everything is integrated into this one app, which is really cool. And of course, you can set up your profile to set everything up. So like I said, this is my initial impression. My initial impression is very positive, super light. It looks good. You have different options and color schemes for the ring. But I honestly think that if you're just find everything overwhelming related to health and health trackers, this ring seems to solve a lot of those problems. So stick around. The full review is going to come out. I am actually going to compare the accuracy between this and the Apple Watch in the review. But my initial impressions of this Ultrahuman Air ring are super positive. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like. And if you really like the channel and like the reviews and unboxings, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.